kind of had like a bunch of melodies just floating around in my head, and I wanted to write like a finger-picking type song. And so I remember when I kind of put all these ideas together and put them on a demo track, and I gave it to AJ to start working on some lyrics. The first thought was, okay, we can't do the finger-picking thing because it sounds exactly like Blackbird. And I was like, ah, crap, yeah, it does. So we ended up just, you know, putting a strumming part to it. We had no idea what the song was going to sound like. We just knew we had, you know, a great melody and a great lyric, and that was, you know, super touching. And so we laid the guitar down, we laid the lead vocal down, and we were like, okay, where do we go from here? And so we just started adding layers. Like we added the pump organ, and then we had Colin play the little snare part, and so on and so forth, and the song eventually became what it is now.
It's kind of a central point, I think, on the record. It really sums up a lot of the really serious themes of the record. By Your Side is set again in the atmosphere of World War II, and I had read a story about the Canadian invasion of a beach called Dieppe in France, and this invasion preceded the D-Day invasions, and only the Canadian soldiers were involved, and it was kind of a trial run, if you will, to seizing the beaches. And the difference between that invasion and the D-Day invasion is that the invasion on Dieppe didn't work at all. It was a surprise invasion that, you know, wasn't really a surprise. So a lot of Canadian soldiers died that day, and I kind of tied that historical, you know, point in with this idea that I had about these brothers that grow up together and eventually get shipped off to war, and one eventually dies in this battle. And the song is kind of about the others dealing with, you know, the pain and mystery of death, and also kind of the faith he has and the faith that they both have in, you know, the fact that the end isn't going to be the end for them.
And it means a lot for me, especially because my grandmother actually lost her brother in the invasion of Normandy back in World War II. And I remember my mom printed out the lyrics and played the song for her, and she, you know, read along and just started bawling at the end. She just thought it was the sweetest thing. And she's like, this is exactly, you know, kind of how I feel, you know, how I feel after I've dealt with all this stuff. You know, she's like, I can't wait to see my brother again.
We have to find faith that the end of our lives isn't the end. The end of the lives of people we love isn't the end. And if we can't find that faith, I don't think there is much more hope. I mean, I think the world and the course of life becomes just almost unbearable. So hopefully this song can be encouraging for people in a lot of different ways, and I really think that it's one of the best on the record.